self journey. When we listen the stories of supernatural powers or spiritual master, we become excited. But start of spiritual journey is never exciting. Only spiritual people know that spiritual journey is very challenging. So there are always some certain situations which turn someone's path to the spirituality. When a person tries each and everything but nothing proves fruitful and every effort goes useless, then they are pulled to the spiritual journey. They start believing that there is something bigger and powerful than their efforts and manifestation power. 3 to 4 years ago, I was manifesting something and my manifestation path turned to the path of spiritual journey. So there was a time when I was feeling the need of spiritual master and have a little or no guidance about finding a true spiritual master. Now after spending years on this path, I have gained a lot of necessary knowledge and want to share it with others. 3 years ago, when I was interested in spirituality and I was searching about it on internet, Facebook and YouTube, I could find only one method spiritual journey. I tried many meditations and affirmations for my manifestation. I could only find knowledge of Kundalini, yoga and chakras. But now I have a lot of things to say about it. Before continuing my video, I want you to follow my one advice. You should make promise with yourself that you are seeking for the truth. If my points are valid, then you would accept it, and if there is some confusion, you would do your research to know the truth. Spirituality is the path of knowing truth, not to follow ego. 2 years ago, when I had no idea to get the solution of my problems, I was depressed and overthinking over my situation. Then I met with a person and he took me to my master, and then my life was changed. I was searching for a spiritual master and finally I got it. I learned basic knowledge from my master and experienced the bliss of his company. Now when I am trying to assist others and I have conversation with many people from different countries, many people are facing issues like someone feels pain in different body parts, especially in backbone, some feel presence of unknown entities, and some people even listen different voices and see strange visuals and dream, and all these make their mind chaotic and they are unable to focus on their life. So upon sharing their stories, I can see that almost everyone is facing some sort of issues while activating their Kundalini Shakti. So this way their stories are proving that my views about Kundalini awakening are correct. For those people who don't know what is Kundalini, Kundalini is a Sanskrit word and it means something that is coiled. It is believed that in the base of spine there is some hidden energy that needs to be activated, and once it is activated it can move upward and reaches the center of brain or pineal gland, and when this gland produces a specific fluid then human can feel very blissful. You must have read some quotes of Rumi. If you haven't listened, I can show you a few. What you are seeking is also seeking you. You are not just the drop in the ocean. You are the mighty ocean in the drop. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I want to change myself. Rumi words can tell us his level in the spirituality. But why I am telling you about Rumi? Here is the path I want to show you. If we read a story of Rumi, we know that he was on the path of spiritual journey, and his words tell he was a successful spiritual person. But when we explore further, we will find out that he was not wasting his life on Kundalini awakening. He met his master and he changed his life. He was a great Sufi master. Now, word Sufi opens the door to the whole new world for a spiritual person. But before explaining it, I want to tell you some drawbacks of Kundalini and meditation without real spiritual master. Usually people see some videos on YouTube and start meditation. No one explains what actually meditation is. A few of them tell the idea, but they only tell half truth. Some people say meditation is clearing mind and removing everything from it. But here is the problem. When land is watered and there is no seed in it, it will grow grass and many unwanted herbs. So gurus are telling you only half story, just clear your mind. That's why people doing practices by their own face many issues and problems. Now be conscious. I'm going to tell you the truth. When a person starts spiritual journey, creatures from other unseen worlds are attracted to it and they then try to control it and becomes attached to it. That's why people face many issues. There's another side of the picture that people don't tell you about meditation. The other side of picture is filling your mind with the imagination of God and filling your heart with the love of God. But no one has seen God, then how to do that? People who don't believe in any God and don't follow any religion will not accept this truth. If you are one of them, then I suggest you to watch previous part of my video once again. And let me remind you that you should not follow your ego. You should listen the truth and to research about it. And I also want you to recall that I mentioned that when people cannot manifest something, they start believing that there is something bigger than their manifestation power. So their inner self has already believed that there is some unknown powerful energy. So spirituality is about removing everything from mind and filling with God's love and imagination. But how to do that? Our spiritual masters give us meditation to learn the practice of love and to strengthen the imagination of company of the master. This helps a human to unclutter the mind and to adopt the nature of great spiritual master and through him strengthening the imagination of God and love of God. So if you expand the love of God and it keeps occupying your inner self, then other useless thoughts, emotions and visions will squeeze and will leave your mind. Here I feel necessary to give you an example. When I had my first private meeting with my master, he told me these two stories. So these could be helpful for you as they always helped me to understand the needs of spiritual journey and to guess the reason for my issues. So here is the first story. A person went to a spiritual master and asked him to guide him on the path of spiritual journey. Master asked about the family and pets living with him. That person was from a village and he had a buffalo. He told about that. The great master said, then go and love your pet and come back. Person went and came back after a few days. Then master said, your love is not strong enough, so go back and try once again to love your pet. He went to his home and came after a few months or a week. He knocked the door of master's home. Master gave him permission and asked him to come in. He said, how can I come in? My horns were entangled with door. Then master sent disciple to pick him, and that was the time when master make him learn the actual spirituality, and that person got enlightenment. As you can imagine, if we have to make something from iron, first we need to make it red hot, and once the iron reaches that stage, it could be turned to any desired shape, but the person performing all that should have mastery over that task. Another story that master told me on the first day. There was a king. One day he claimed that he would give anything that anyone present there would touch. When all the people present there listened these words, they instantly moved to different things. They start touching different things, and some people touched heap of gold and some people touched a lot of silver. So all people tried to get as much treasure as they could. But there was a slave of king. He did not touch anything. He moved to king and he touched the king. King asked the reason for touching him. King asked, when you had a chance to get anything, why did you touch me instead of any precious thing? What's the meaning of this act? Then that slave said, everything is possession of king. So if king is mine, then everything is mine. I love you, so I just want you. My master told me this story on the first meeting. He said, you want to achieve something, but once you achieve God, everything is for God and everything is the possession of God. So if you can achieve God, it means you can achieve everything. So the most important thing is to manifest love of God. My master's word changed my life and my way of thinking and made me to let go of all the desperation and my desire that I was trying to do for months or years. Another story that master told That was the story of Rumi, the great spiritual master in history. He told me story how his master met him and changed his life. So there was a day once Rumi was sitting. He was writing some books and he was doing some research. So he was sitting on the bank of river or some pool. There appeared a person. That person's clothes were worn out, hair were uncombed, and his situation was very miserable. Rumi saw him with hateful sights. When that person came to Rumi, he questioned, pointing towards books, "What is this?" Rumi answered, "This is knowledge that you don't know." Then that person threw all the books inside the water of the pool. Rumi got angry and said, "What have you done? You have wasted all my knowledge and books." Then that beggar said, "What sort of that knowledge is which could be wasted so easily?" He put his hand inside the water and he took all the books out of that, and amazingly, all the books were dry. That incident made Rumi very astonished, and he amazingly asked, "What is that?" The beggar replied, "This is the knowledge that you don't know." Rumi was very impressed by his act of that spiritual person. He showed his willingness to be his disciple. Then there is a long story after that, the way Rumi got enlightenment and the knowledge through his master. If you want to know further about Rumi, please comment below and let me know. The point of describing this story was that a true spiritual master is very important on the path of spiritual journey. All this for now guys, and if you liked my content then support and motivate me by liking this video and also subscribe my channel. Thank you so much for your time. Have a nice day. Bye bye.